But Kohelet tells us solidarity in community is meaningful. It is meaning-making. We are not simply isolated individuals choosing to have a personal relationship with Jesus. We are part of one common humanity, whether we like it or not. Our actions impact others for good and for ill. And when we choose to follow Jesus, we become part of a community of faith. We become part of the family of God. We become part of the body of Christ. Jesus says, "For where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I'm there with them." God's Spirit is among us now. That's why when we baptize people, we baptize them into community. That's why when we dedicate children, we dedicate them in community. And why the community has something to say, something to commit to. It's why one of our strategic priorities as a church is collaborative justice, working together with others, the Washington Interfaith Network, the Minor PTO, Little Lights, the Rosedale ANC, to see the flourishing of our city. It's why small groups are a central part of what we do and who we are, because we are better together. So now what do we do? In the face of loneliness and isolation, I'm sure we all feel various extents, to various degrees. Notwithstanding what I've already said about doing what is yours to do in the face of oppression or of envy or overwork, I would invite you to do what I did not 15 years ago, sliding down that mountain at a faster pace than I intended. Reach out to others. Call for help. Ask for help, because that not only requires admitting to yourself that you might not be able to handle everything on your own, which is okay because you aren't meant to, but it also provides an opportunity for God to provide for you through someone else. So often we're afraid to ask for help because we don't want to impose on someone. We don't want to inconvenience them. Or maybe we're afraid that we'll be let down. But in the words of author C.S. Lewis, the typical expression of opening friendship would be something like, "You too? I thought I was the only one." And I can tell you from my perspective that when someone asks me for help, I consider it an honor and a privilege, not an imposition or an inconvenience. You might ask by going over to the prayer station in a moment when we're done here. You might write a prayer request on your connection card. You could email me or one of the staff or one of the elders. You could go to your small group leader. You could talk to someone just to reach out. Let me say it again. It is not a bother. It is not an inconvenience. It is an honor and a privilege. But also, there's an invitation to reach out, not just to ask for help, but to offer help. Check in with your friends, even if it's been a while. Do not let pandemic awkwardness kill off your connection. Reach out, offer help, be generous. Find ways this week to bless someone, whether they know it was you or not. Go out of your way, inconvenience yourself, sacrifice something to benefit someone else, even if you don't get the credit. And if you're not sure how to help, talk to me or one of the staff or elders. We got plenty of ways. We have a link if you want to help every week or once a month here on a Sunday. But there's so many ways to get connected, so many ways to plug in and be there for somebody. So ask for help and offer help. Both, not either. Because no matter what situation we are in, we can always receive the grace of God and we can always be bearers of the grace of God to others. We always need the grace of God and we always need to pass it on. This is how community works. Concrete forms of human solidarity, caring for and protecting one another in ordinary, daily ways, doing what is yours to do.